the next day.
Well, good morning, everybody. We have found ourselves in the heart of downtown Ellijay. So we had a nice stay last night at the Copperhead Lodge, and took our time about getting started this morning. And in fact, we had a huge rain this morning. I was thinking to myself, boy, did I pick a perfect day to not hike, because it would have been miserable out there on the trail. But the rain has subsided, and I don't think it's going to rain any more the rest of this day. So it's going to be a good day to kind of meander our way around North Georgia mountains town. So we've decided to go west, and from Blairsville. So we went to the furthest point first, starting in the town of Ellijay. And Ellijay is a cute little town. We're kind of on a side street here. The downtown area is more that way. And again, if you like antique stores, this town has probably at least 3, I'm sure, antique stores. So you have one here, Main Street Antiques, and down there's a Antiques on North Main, and then there's yet another one somewhere that way. So I'm sure we'll hit them all, trust me. So they also have some pretty decent restaurants for sure. And I think instead of going to every restaurant we've gone to before, I want to try my best to go to some different restaurants and try something a little bit different for lunch. But it's still early, and we'll have lunch here in a little while and just kind of check out something new, something different. So should be a fun day, and I think we'll start here in Ellijay. We won't be here a long time, probably early afternoon. From here, as we head back towards Blairsville, we'll stop at Blue Ridge as well and kind of hit the main street there in Blue Ridge. So that's our plan today. Thanks for joining along, and we'll see what we get into, starting from the little town of Ellijay. Okay. Tamara seemed to really like this antique store. It's well merchandised and easy to shop, and a lot of the stuff that she has interest in, although we're not getting anything, surprisingly. I think we're going to head down the street. We did, from the nice lady, get a recommendation for lunch, so we'll go check that out.
Thank you again. Have a great day.
And the winner here is Antiques on North Main. But the first one we went to down on the right hand side was noticeably overpriced. So I'm gonna go down here, find some lunch here on the square, and then there's another antique store further down on the left, so we'll probably hit that before we go as well. So lots of cool stores though. Misty Holla, got all kinds of home decor kind of stuff. Another one. Oh, the same store. Green Willow Soap. I love those stores because they smell so good. And this is the square. Probably more than you expected from Ellijay, huh? I always have the courthouse. Here in the south, you always have the courthouse right in the middle of the square, on the edge of the square. And the place we're going to go for lunch is called the Canterbury. So they have soups and sandwiches and burgers and things like that. We haven't eaten there, but it always seems busy, and we're going to go check it out. Got a coffee shop, food shop, mountain treasures. Lots of stuff here in Ellijay. I'm impressed with this whole town. Here across the street, they have Ellijay's wood-fired pizza. Lots of options. We're going to head across the corner and go to Canterbury's. We'll be there in just a second. Sorry.
No, you're okay. Y'all enjoy.
Thank you. All right, we've decided to take a outside seat. Looks good. See some of the food that people are having. Yummy. Okay. I think I'm gonna get the pimento cheese burgers. Smoked Gouda, pimento cheese burger, arugula, tomato, and onion. And fries. And I think Tamara is interested in, she's gonna get a cup of soup and half of a tuna salad sandwich. Should be delicious. Okay, we're headed down the street now. We had a great lunch, y'all. I would recommend that place for sure. The pimento cheese cheeseburger actually had 2 patties on it, so it wasn't a big wide burger, but it was kind of a tall burger. A little difficult to manage a little bit, but it was good. I definitely go to the Canterbury again. So Canterbury was good, and Tamara enjoyed the tuna salad sandwich as well as the tomato basil soup she had on the side. So all in all, it's good. I think together everything was, I had a sweet tea, she just had water. I think everything was about $34, I believe it was. So all right, so we're gonna head on down the street, and I know there's another antique store down here on the right she wants to go to, but there's a lot of stuff here. This is vintage vinyl, so if you're into old music and old vinyl, then good store here. Under the roof, gifts and apparel. Everybody's got to get a t-shirt, right? Last thing I need. Ellijay's cool. It's got a they're really famous for their apple festival. So they have an apple festival in October, and these streets just get completely filled up. I mean, this is a busy place during the apple festival. So but it's a cool place to come during that time as well. So we'll head on down the street to that last antique store. Tamara's into this clothing store right now, so as soon as she comes out, we'll head on down the street. All right, we've made it to what I believe will be our last antique store probably for today, certainly in Ellijay. So this is Outback Antiques, Linda's Outback Antiques. It's just off a side street. Right there is one of the main streets downtown, and I guess that's why they call it Outback. It's just outback with some of the main buildings. So let's go in and check it out. Looks like a old barn. All right, everybody. We have just landed in beautiful Blue Ridge, Georgia. So we're on the very end of the street. So the intent for this trip is just simply to walk all the way to the very end of the other end of the street down there. It's probably about 4 blocks and then we'll turn around and come back. And of course we're checking out everything between here and there. The first of which, yeah, you guessed it, the antique mall. The timber's in there, and here is my destination. All right, I'll check back with you soon. Over here on the left is the Blue Ridge Scenic Railway Station, so you can buy tickets in advance. It's really popular during fall, but it's basically they may have different types of trips, but we took one that went from here up to Copper Hill, Tennessee, right across the border. You walk around the town there in Tennessee and maybe have lunch or whatever, and then you catch the train back. So it's real popular in the fall when the leaves are turning and things like that. So if you have interest in that, check out Blue Ridge Scenic Railway. A lot of the stuff across the street over there on the secondary street is pretty much brand new. It's just been there for a couple or 3 years probably. Lots of restaurants, and got a brewing company and pizza and different things that's located over there. But we're going to keep on heading down the street. We got black clouds looming. I don't think there's anything in the forecast for this afternoon, but you know how it works. Stuff just pops up and happens. So we're going to keep on walking down here and make a circle and go into those places we think might be interesting. All right, everybody, they're kind of closer to the center of the main street here. Lots of activity. Across the street, you have the Tupelo Tea Company. Got various shops and restaurants in here. Here we have Gather, which is, I'll give you a peek inside real quick. Camera will be in there in a minute, I'm sure of that. But, you know, home goods kind of stuff, decorating, home decor, that's the word. Lots of different shops. I'd say you can find a lot of stuff for home here, and also great restaurants. There's some really good ice cream shops as well. And then down on the very far left, we'll go by it, is our outfitter, where there's a lot of people who do fly fishing and things like that here, so it does pretty well, I believe. So yeah, we'll check it out. All right, made it to the Blue Ridge Mountain Outfitters. I don't need a thing, but watch me go in here and buy something. That's cool shirt. Let's see what we get into here. Usually this time of year they may have some stuff on sale, which means it'll be moderately overpriced. Lots to choose from. All right, everybody, back to where we started. I think that's going to wrap us up here in Blue Ridge. It's a nice little visit. Well, I don't think we bought a single thing. Can you believe it? All the way up and down this street. But we're going to go ahead and head back to the Copperhead Lodge in Blairsville and kind of relax a little bit. And since they serve dinner there, we're kind of considering having dinner at the lodge. So we'll check that out. All right, everybody, dinner time. We walked down from our little cabin back to the Copperhead Lodge, and we'll be eating tonight at the Flying Trout restaurant with, I don't know, maybe 100 of our friends. This place is pretty, I mean, considering this is kind of out in the country, probably doesn't have a lot of competition out here in the country either, but it's pretty nice dining. And it's a Wednesday night, so they're doing pretty good business here. And I've seen a few plates come out already, and it looks pretty good. So let's get in here and have some nice dinner. I can tell you that I have ordered a ribeye, and Miss Tamara has ordered herself the trout. So we'll see what it looks like. Okay, here is the ribeye that just came out with mashed potatoes and asparagus. And Miss Tamara's plate is
panko crusted trout with Gouda grits and fresh green beans.
Yummy. Sounds delicious. All right, we're gonna dig in. We'll let you know what we think, but from a visual, I'd say it looks pretty great. All right, everybody. We're just now leaving the Copperhead Lodge and the Flying Trout restaurant. I tell you, my ribeye was excellent. Everything was cooked just perfectly. Pretty much ate everything, so, which is not surprising for me. How was the trout?
It was very good. The Gouda grits were smoked Gouda.
Smoked Gouda.
And the green beans were very fresh.
Okay. I would give it maybe a 9 for 10. I mean, it was pretty good. We'd come back here and I saw some of the other plates that were served as well, and all of them looked very appetizing, even the burgers and the sandwiches and things like that. So you can tell this is very much a local favorite for sure. So we'll definitely try to come back at some point. So thank y'all for joining today. This is our zero video. We're just hopping around the North Georgia mountains, and enjoyed Blairsville last night, as well as the dinner here in Blairsville tonight at the lodge, but also our visit today to Ellijay, and then the short visit to Blue Ridge. It was nice there as well. So tomorrow, I believe we'll head towards Helen. We can make about a day out of a Helen trip, so we'll go there tomorrow and see what we get into. So thanks for joining, and we'll look forward to seeing you first thing in the morning.